Okay, so this is a quick demo about how to tell if a clip that you have imported into Adobe Premiere that you recorded with two microphones to tell whether this is in stereo on one audio track or in mono on two different audio tracks so that you can control the levels of those two soundtracks separately. So I've imported this one clip, and we took a look at this in class, this interview clip that it was recorded with two different microphones. So I'm going to bring this into the timeline so we can see what's going on here. If the track isn't expanded, you won't be able to see the audio waveform. So click on that little triangle there to expand it, and you'll see that there are now two audio waveforms here. This is a stereo track. In other words, there's two microphones that have recorded the sound here. And we see this one microphone right here, which was on top of the camera, recorded that audio track. And you see the waveforms down here are a little bit different. This is the microphone that he was wearing, and you can see it right there in the image. So this is that second track. Now, as we play it, you'll see over here the meters are bouncing up and down differently. So you're actually hearing both of those tracks at the same time. And what we'd like to be able to do actually is just delete the one that was on top of the camera. We don't want it. This is especially true if you are shooting in a noisy environment and there's somebody who's speaking on a lavalier mic that's maybe not pictured inside of the frame. You want to delete that. You want to be able to control these two things separately. So we can't actually do this in the timeline. We have to do it over here in the project window. I'm going to leave this clip up here for right now. But now I'm going to select this clip over here, and I press Control and click on that icon right there. I have to click on that little film icon, and this window comes up. Under Modify, we go to Audio Channels, and now we can change this. We're going to start by changing the number of tracks to 2. You'll see down here it brings up two different audio tracks. Now we're going to change this from stereo to mono. We're basically telling the computer that we want this clip to be understood so that the left channel, the one that we recorded with the microphone on top of the camera, will go on audio track 1. The right channel, which is this microphone here that we recorded with the lavalier, will go on audio track 2. We hit OK. Alright, so this warning may come up if you have already used portions of this shot inside of a timeline. It's saying you've already used clips in your timeline with this stereo track. Do you still want to change it? Ideally, you do this before you do any editing. So we're going to say yes. Okay. Now, when I select this clip and drag it into the timeline, you'll see it's going to be different. Alright, so this is the exact same clip here and here, but now this one has two audio tracks instead of just one audio track, and we can control the sound of each microphone separately. We can raise or lower the level just for this one. So we just want to hear audio track 1, we can drag that all the way down. Or we can delete this track entirely. We lock those two and hit delete. So now there's only one microphone that we're hearing with this particular clip. I'm going to undo that. And that is not the case with our audio on this first clip here, which is before we changed the settings for the audio setup on the clip over here in the project window. So you can see this, two audio tracks right there, and now they're separated out, one on each, two audio channels here, now they're separated out, one audio channel per track. Alright, now let's say that you've done some work already in your timeline. There's a very quick way to be able to replace a clip that has these two audio channels on one audio track with a clip that has both one audio channel on each audio track for audio track 1 and 2. And to do this, you make sure that these two video and audio tracks are light gray in color. You select them so they're light gray in color. And you can essentially use what's called the match frame key, F. So I press F, it's going to bring this clip up right here, and I can now just replace. I go to this overwrite, and it has the in and out marks as it's designated inside the timeline. And I click that overwrite button, and it will just replace the clip that exists inside the timeline with the one that has the audio tracks separated, audio channels separated between audio track 1 and audio track 2. So if you have a number of different clips, you can just do this for every one of those. It should just take you a couple minutes to do it. And then as you move forward with your editing, you can control this better. So for this particular clip, I would delete audio track 1. And now as we play audio track 2, you see it's playing slowly here, but you'll see it's playing on the left and right channel equally. It doesn't have any of the ambient sound from the audio track 1 that's of the room. So this is our nice clean sound that's just recorded with the lavalier microphone. Okay, that's that.